Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm the smartphone guy coming back at you with another video, and today we're going to take a look at another drone on this channel. This is the Ryze Robotics Tello, also known as the DJI Tello, and you can pick this up right now for $100. A number of different retailers have it available, so I'll leave a link down in the description if you're interested in checking this thing out. And I'm just going to give you a quick spoiler alert. This thing is absolutely fantastic, and I'm going to say hands down easily the best drone I've ever flown at this price point. So I'm going to go ahead and set this off to the side. We're going to take a look at the box, and earlier I said that it's kind of called the DJI Tello, and the reason I say that is because it has DJI technology built into it. However, it's actually manufactured by Ryze Robotics. Now, one of the things that you'll notice here is that it doesn't actually say Ryze Robotics anywhere in here, but it does say Intel, and that's because it has an Intel chip built into it. So as far as the specs go, we have a 13-minute flight time, which is really darn good compared to most toy drones. So this is kind of a cross between a toy drone and a hobbyist drone, and we'll talk more about that in just a little bit. So we have some position hovering, or precise hovering is what it says there, and that's because we have some sensors down here on the bottom that do an absolutely fantastic job of allowing this thing to hold its altitude, which is oftentimes one of the biggest downfalls of a toy drone. So we have a 720p HD camera. It says multiple flight modes. We'll take a look at those in just a little bit. We have a 5-megapixel camera for stills, and it says easy operation, electronic image stabilization, so there is no gimbal on here. It is a fixed camera, so it's just going to always be pointing forward. So whatever height it's at is what it's going to be looking at, essentially. And we'll take a look at some of the video footage that you get out of that as well. It actually doesn't have an SD card slot, so all of the video footage that you take is going to be stored directly to your device. And then it is also programmable, and down here you can see that you can use Scratch to program it. So I'm going to go ahead and set that off to the side now, and we'll talk about what you get. So of course you get the drone itself. So this is how the drone comes. It does come with the prop guards on it. You can remove those prop guards. I have not yet because I've only flown it indoors, so it's always safer to fly indoors. You get an 1100 milliamp hour battery, and again, they say that you can, whoops, I got that upside down. They say that you can get up to 13 minutes of flight time with that battery, and I would say on average you're probably not going to get that much flight time, but you can definitely get around 10 minutes in my experience so far. So I've already drained the battery twice, and 10 minutes seems about right so far. Obviously that can change as I use it a little bit more. Now, the other things you get in the box, you get 4 extra props. There's one more down there, and then you get a prop removal tool down here as well. So that's pretty much what you get in the box. Now, one thing you will notice is that I do have a controller for it, and that's because I actually picked one up. This one is called the SteelSeries Nimbus, and it is actually working very, very well for this drone. It does not come with a controller, and the controller actually does not give you any extra range. Alright, so a second thing that you're not going to get with this drone is a micro USB cable that you're going to need to charge it. So hopefully you have one laying around the house, or you can pick one up for relatively inexpensive. But it takes about an hour to charge the actual battery in here, and you do actually have to have the battery plugged into the drone in order to charge it. So that's a little bit of a negative in my opinion. But this is the drone itself. Alright guys, so I am here in my office, and we're going to do a quick little test flight. Now I purposely am keeping it a little bit confined in this room simply because I want to show you just how easy this thing is to fly. So I've already got the drone hooked up to my phone. It takes about 30 seconds once you turn on the Wi-Fi for it to actually connect. So once it's connected, you just go ahead and go into the Tello app. So first I'm going to do a quick screen recording, so I can actually capture what we're doing here. And then we're going to go into the Tello app, and it says ambient light is too weak to fly, so it says fly with caution, but generally I've had no issue with that. As soon as it picks up, the ambient light is just fine. So I'm going to hit the little takeoff icon and then slide it over. Hopefully it doesn't run into me. Alright, so there it is. Drop it down just a little bit so you guys can see it a little better. Alright, so there it is right next to me. This is about, I don't know, not too far away from me. But you can just see how well this thing holds its altitude. That is something that sets it apart from other drones at that price point. So it just sensed that my hand was getting pretty close, so we're gonna go ahead and drop it down a little bit. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just go quick backward and forward, and you can just see how easy this thing is to fly. So I'm flying it right now completely with my phone. We can do a tilt around. All right, so all this is done with your phone. Now, I can connect it up to the Bluetooth controller here, so I just need to turn this on. It connects instantly with my controller, and I'll be able to fly now using the controller. So going up and down, you can see that works really well. Side to side. Controller sticks a little bit. There is really no lag at all between my controller. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and do a landing. So first thing I'm gonna do is like an auto land. So it's just a tap to land. So for that one, it just goes straight down. So now what I'm gonna do is we're actually gonna do a throw and go. So this is under one of the options for, they call it, it says fight mode. I'm assuming that's like some kind of grammatical error. So there is an option for throw and go. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the throw and go option, and then there's a little icon that you tap for the throw and go, and it's gonna give you a countdown. The blades will start, and I got a little too close to it. All right. So we'll bring it, whoop, wrong way, there we go. All right, so that's the throw and go, pretty awesome. We're gonna do a couple of the other flight modes here so you can see those. So we'll do not gonna do a 360 quite yet. Let's do some flips so you guys can see those. All right, so with the flips, it basically just brings up a little square that you're going to just run your finger across. So we'll go ahead and do a quick flip. That was a front flip, or up flip, back flip there. We'll do a side flip. This one I'm gonna have to watch out for, and one more. All right, so those are the 4 flips it can do. It can actually do some 8 diagonal flips as well. So lots of different flip options there. Not super useful. Obviously, it's not going to make the video all that great. So let's go ahead and do a quick video capture here. So actually, let's do a picture. Okay, so that's how we take a picture, and it actually shows us the icon on the phone. And then we're going to tap the little button to switch over to our video. So this again shoots in 720p, and it is stabilized, and it does a fantastic job of actually holding its altitude anyways. So we'll go ahead, and it's recording actually now. So now I'm going to jump into the 360 and let it record that. So basically that's just going to have it pan around. Once it does that full 360, it takes about, I think, 20 seconds or so to do the full 360. Now it does have a circle option as well, where it will just circle around whatever subject it is looking at. So it'll circle around you is typically what you would have it circle around. It does that as well. So there we go, that is the 360 back to its original position. Right now we're at 63% to give you kind of an idea of how long the battery lasts. And again, I'm saying generally around 10 minutes is what you're gonna get. So really good stabilization, as you can see. Just a couple of the other things that we can do. So in the settings, we have a fast mode. I'm not gonna do fast mode because again, I'm in a very confined area here. We have VR. Now there is a Bluetooth joystick setting, so you can, it just tells you basically what the joystick's gonna do. Technically, I could do all those flips using the joystick, so if I hold down my R2 button and hit down, or is it L2? There we go, it's L2, wrong one. And also I can use those R1 and L1 to take pictures, so if I come back here, and so L1 is the one that's going to do video. So right now it's actually capturing some video. And we'll just pan around so we can say hello to the camera. Hello, camera. So you can just see how stable that is. Now, it's not the best looking footage when it comes to the actual video quality, but it's 720p, quote unquote, but certainly not something you would use for professional purposes by any means, but still good enough for especially a $100 drone. Let's go ahead and do a quick landing here. So this is the hand land. I'm gonna hit yes, and then just stick my hand under it. Once it realizes that my hand's underneath it, it will go ahead and stop. So very cool. Let's go ahead and do another throw and go here. Nope, not that one. So we're going to go ahead and do the, nope, not that one. Got to get back into throw and go. Here we go. Alright, so there's the throw and go again. But yeah, overall, one of the things I just have to say about this drone is the fact that this has to be, in my opinion, obviously, this is just my personal opinion, but I don't know of a drone at $100 that you can get that is this stable. And in terms of flying, I can go right at the camera if I want, right next to my head. That's how stable it is that I feel very comfortable actually doing that. That's not something you get out of a $100 drone typically. Normally, with a $100 drone, you're not getting anything near this stable. So that's why I say for $100 right now, this is the best drone that you can get. So anyways, I hope this video has been helpful for you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.